The red fox isn't just the most common fox in the world, it's a living paradox of beauty and survival. With fiery orange fur, a white-tipped tail, and sharp black legs, it looks like a forest flame racing across snow or woodland. Found from North America to Asia, it adapts to cities, mountains, deserts, even your backyard. It's an expert thief, slipping through shadows to steal food and vanish without a trace. And here's the twist, it can live up to 5 years in the wild, but in captivity, that jumps to 12 to 15 years. Meet the Arctic fox, a snow-white survivor of the frozen north. In temperatures as low as -70 degrees Celsius, this fluffy warrior thrives. Its fur changes color with the seasons, white in winter, brown in summer, a master of disguise. It doesn't just survive, it hunts lemmings under the snow with pinpoint accuracy. Found in Alaska, Canada, and Russia, it's nature's cold-weather ninja. Arctic fox live around 3 to 6 years in the wild, but up to 10 in captivity. The Fennec fox, native to North Africa's Sahara, has ears bigger than its head, not just for listening, but for releasing heat. These tiny foxes, no bigger than a kitten, sleep during the day and prowl the dunes by night. Their fur reflects sunlight and keeps them cool, evolution's perfect design. Despite their size, they're fierce, feasting on insects and small mammals. They live around 10 years in the wild, and up to 14 in captivity. Sleek, shy, and silent, the kit fox is a ghost of the American deserts. Its large ears help cool its body and hear even the faintest scurry underground. It avoids humans, but thrives in dry grasslands and scrub, darting like a shadow. It mates for life and raises adorable pups in hidden dens. Found in the southwestern US and Mexico, it lives about 5 to 7 years in the wild, and up to 12 years in captivity. The swift fox is like a living wind. It's small, fast, and barely the size of a house cat, but it runs up to 60 kilometers per hour. Once nearly extinct in North America, conservation saved it. Now, it's making a comeback across the Great Plains. With golden fur and playful eyes, it's often spotted chasing crickets, mice, or playing with pups at sunset. Swift foxes live around 3 to 6 years in the wild, and up to 14 years in captivity. Bengal fox, also called the Indian fox, this species is native to the Indian subcontinent's dry plains and grasslands. With bushy, gray-brown fur and a black-tipped tail, it's perfectly camouflaged. It's mostly nocturnal, feeding on insects, reptiles, and rodents, and often forms lifelong pairs. Shy but clever, Bengal foxes typically live 6 to 8 years in the wild, and live up to 10 years in captivity. Tiny, elusive, and rarely seen, Blanford's fox roams the rocky deserts of the Middle East. It leaps like a cat, climbs cliffs like a goat, and vanishes like smoke. Its tail is longer than its body and bushy like a feather duster, helping it balance in high places. It lives a hidden life in crevices and caves, surviving 4 to 7 years in the wild, but live up to 10 years in captivity. From the edge of the Sahara comes the pale fox, with sandy fur, large ears, and an elusive personality. This fox is built for survival. It can go days without water, living off dew and prey moisture. It travels at night in small families, digging deep burrows in the sand. It's rarely studied, but is believed to live around 5 to 7 years in the wild, and live up to 10 years in captivity. The Corsac fox drifts through the cold steppes of Central Asia like a whisper. It's soft-furred, golden gray, and nomadic, moving miles to find prey. It survives brutal winters with a thick coat and keen senses. Quiet and gentle, the Corsac is a communal creature, often den sharing in the snow. It lives about 6 to 8 years in the wild, and live up to 13 years in captivity. With square jaws and a permanently grumpy face, the Tibetan fox looks like it walked out of a meme, but it's all business. Found in the high-altitude plains of the Himalayas, it preys on pikas and rodents, often teaming up with brown bears for hunts. It's a patient predator with sharp eyes and a slow, creeping gait. It survives 5 to 8 years in the wild. This desert fox is built for stealth. Native to North Africa and the Arabian Peninsula, Ruppell's fox has short sandy fur, long legs, and a tail like a broom. It stays cool in desert heat and moves like a shadow, rarely seen by humans. It feeds on insects, reptiles, and fruits, anything it can find in barren land. It lives around 6 to 7 years in the wild, and live up to 12 years in captivity. Meet South Africa's silvery ghost. The Cape fox is elegant, with a sleek silver coat, black markings, and glowing eyes that pierce the night. Nocturnal and solitary, it hunts birds, small mammals, and insects in the open savanna. It uses dens to raise young and hides from predators by blending into the dusk. Cape foxes live about 6 to 10 years in the wild, and live up to 12 years in captivity. Don't forget to like, drop your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more, and share this video with your friends and family.